I got inspired by a YouTuber today to do my own video wherein I just like speak and discuss what's on my mind. And I had like a practice for a while of doing this, like just audio, like doing kind of like a voice notes thing on my phone, like a lot of days, not every day, and I still do that. But lately I've fallen off, and like I even made like a notification on my phone that like reminds me every evening to do it. But the times I do it are very rare, I have to admit, like maybe just a few times a month lately and stuff. But there was something about watching this lady's video today that I was just like, you know what? I gotta jump back into this because I don't know, it's in my heart. It's in my heart to do it. And like, it's in my throat chakra, as my dear therapist, Yamina, would say. It really is, and I just don't want it to be stuck there anymore, And who knows what I'm gonna say? Who actually knows? Like, I've got no real plan. But there's a million swirling thoughts in my mind, as I'm sure that's everyone's experience. But and I mean to share some. Like, what's first on the docket? I should have actually thought about this a little bit more. But yeah, today I went to work, in the city. I've been going like twice a week and stuff, and I guess I will just comment in general that I just feel that, like, obviously, like, situation in this country, government-wise, is extremely absurd. It's, like, ratcheted up. I mean, it's only just the beginning, right? It's, like, what's it been? Like, a bit over a month or something like that? Already everyone's pissed off. It's exactly like the kind of thing, like, where you made the wrong decision about, like, your roommate. Like, you're like, oh, they seem alright. Cool guy, cool girl, whatever. And then they move in, and your shit starts falling apart immediately. Like, everything turns to shit. And some people really just do have this power. I really don't know, like, how it works metaphysically, on a metaphysical level. But, like, there are some people, right, who, like, everything they touch turns to gold, so to speak. Because they're together, they have good values, they're honestly, like, fucking angels on this fucking planet right here. And then there's other people who, like, they don't have to even try, but everything they encounter, like, really is made far worse from their presence and from their interventions. And this is exactly what's happening here, this is a chaos agent, if there ever was one, it's a whole crew of chaos agents. I mean, like the last time, but this time everybody came for real. It's nobody's playing anymore. Dad's mad. It's a dad's mad energy. Don't fuck with father no more. You know what I mean? He's putting his foot down. Yeah, he's got his belt, and with the extra big buckle, and he means to use it. And shit. It's so crazy. Like, the whole thing is crazy because, I mean, for me, I'll just say for my part, that I am a student of narcissistic studies, let's say, for many a year now, because of my family, right? And because of my issues that stem directly from this dynamic, of the overly self-centered parental unit. But, I fell in a hole. end up, just sort of passing the buck, so to speak, emotionally onto their children. And, the results are never ever good, but how do you expect, two people that are fucked up, they're like not fully adults, right? They're not fully people even. Like, they're not quite humans. They're underdeveloped people. How do you expect those people to go on and procreate, right? And then create whole, sane, full of integrity people, right? With like very scant role modeling, non-existent role modeling, usually actively sabotaging the children, and just also just kind of having no clue as to what a true human needs to develop into an adult, and no real imagination somehow to prepare the child for their future adulthood. Because in the narcissistic family, everyone is treated, like the children, are treated like either lifelong slaves to the family, if they're in the good graces, or they're treated as, ostracized, outcasts, basically. So either you're in or you're out in the narc family, but actually you're better off being out. Anyway, this is just a summary of the whole thing. Perhaps a lot of you already know and stuff. It is just a little recap for you. Anyway, okay, so I've been studying this for years, and then, of course, the subsequent, like, fucked up relationships that I've been in, like the fucking pain of it all, the alienation, the lonesomeness, the just the fucking weird ass aspects of it as well. The kind of supernatural, metaphysical aspects, spiritual, and stuff that comes from not being quite human. It's odd. It's an odd condition, isn't it, that we find ourselves in. And now we have one of these such individuals as the leader of the not quite so free world, right? And so, this is just flashing me back, you know what I mean? In a quite a major way. And yeah, it's all my little studies and like all the like thousands of podcasts I listen to about cults and like domestic abusers. It's like, it's all happening, but like on such a large scale. It's like, yeah, we're all in the Trump cult now, whether we like it or not. It's like, well, and guess what? We're not the favored children. And it's fucked up. And honestly, for weeks and weeks, whenever this whole shebang first started, it's like I was in a fetal curl position for like quite a lot of it. It's like there's something, that can be termed as psychopathic, in the air, in the flavor of this so-called administration. That is also reminiscent of a particularly nasty experience that I had with an actual psychopath. So I know the feelings. I am very familiar with these feelings in my body. And so to feel them again in this way is notable, and anyway. So yeah, just been coping. But lately, I don't know, in the past week or so, I felt something sort of shift, I have to say, in my outlook or just the way that I'm kind of coping with everything. It's almost like there's a kind of a lightness that has arrived. And, it doesn't really actually make any sense because it's not as if I have some exit an easy exit, or has opened up, or there's nothing really to give me like any succor in this situation that has honestly gone down. But it's almost like maybe I've gotten kind of like accustomed to the horror of it and stuff. And I don't mean to say like, oh, and it's fine. It's really not fine. It's really not fine, but I just kind of feel like it's just like, I don't know. It's like that point in this psychopath journey that I had before, where I had a little distance from the situation, and I was just like, and then I got mad, and then I got mad. I mean, I was also mad during it, but like, like I got like mad. I was just like, you know what? Fuck this shit. It's like that. You get to a point where you just are like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, this is fucking bullshit, and it's just like, what else? It's just like, it's a death spiral, it is like, I think I mentioned this to somebody else, but we have our first murder suicide motherfucking president right now. He's like murder suicide ass DV dad ass president. And he's taking us all down with the fucking shit, baby. Yup, he's totally lost control. I mean, to the extent that the president, or like this president has much control, who even fucking knows? Like, that's the other thing too. It's just, I don't know. Like, sometimes I don't even know like where to look, because it's just like, like these people are weirdos. Like, they're weird. They operate on, they're part of strange little societies. They're part of the so-called global elite club, the powers that be, fucking bohemian ass grove motherfuckers who have, they've had bunkers on Mars for 50 years at least. You know what I'm saying? Like, they already the world has already ended for them, like, according to them. This is just my speculation, but like, for them, like, this is just like for funsies, you know what I'm saying? They're so disconnected from reality that like they would like handily crash an entire nation of people that's like millions and fucking billions of people, and face no real consequence of it. And these are people that are spectacularly unempathic people in the first place. So it's like, sorry, like they're not gonna see any of this. They're not gonna see like utter like, mass population-wide madness. They're not gonna see hunger. They're not gonna see just pain and meaninglessness. That like, it doesn't matter. It matters nothing to them as long as we remain exploitable, and we will. As more desperate that we are made to be. And it is very dark. It is in fact very dark. And actually, the more I talk about it, the like more panicky I get. So I don't know. Maybe there's just a complicated like Rube Goldberg machine, like mechanism of defense that's in operation for me right now, and I'm just slightly on the other side of it and stuff. And lately I'm just kind of like, like right now everything's kind of okay right